This is sort of a big one for the New York Yankees. It is a big one, as a matter of fact, all over the league, as 154 games have finally chalked up after a long, long season dating back into the early days of April. For the Yankees, about the only thing left for them today is looking to see if they can sweep the final 15 games of the year. And if they're able to take this one today, it will mean a 15-game sweep. Somebody has facetiously remarked that the Yankees can top their own record of 18 straight victories this year, although not in regular season play. In order to do that, they've got to win 19 straight, which would include something like 4 games against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this certainly isn't going to be an easy state of affairs for the Yankees. The starting lineup for today's game, first of all, for the visiting Boston Red Sox. Miller Pumpsy Green hitting at .237, leading off the Boston Red Sox, playing at short. Willie Tasby hitting at .269, playing in center field and batting in the number 2 slot. Frank Malzone currently hitting at .271, and he won't be able to add or subtract too much from that before the end of the season, which will be, approximately 2.5 or 3 hours from now. Malzone at third base. Joe Pagliarone doing the catching for them, and the top Boston batting average is .328. Gile hitting at 174, spells his name G-I-L-E, Gile, 174, playing at first base for them. Hardy out in left field, Hardy hitting at .220. Coffrey playing second base. Coffrey's average an even .200. Clinton at .224, bringing up the number 8 spot in the batting order and playing in right field. And doing the pitching for them, Earl Wilson with a record of 3-2. He was recalled from Minneapolis long about the early days of July. For the New York Yankees, leading off and playing it short, Tony Kubek. Bob Cerv hitting at .253. Kubek's average .273. Cerv hitting at .253, playing in left field. Roger Maris in right field, currently batting at .280. Mickey Mantle hitting at .276 in cleanup position, followed by Bill Skowron having a fine year with .308. Right now, she'll be standing in at the plate the first time up this afternoon. Yogi Berra back behind the dish again, hitting at .277, followed by Boyer, whose average is .242 for the year. In the number 8 spot is Bobby Richardson at second base. Richardson hitting at .252. And Ralph Terry getting his final World Series tune-up. As a matter of fact, Ralph's got a couple of things going for him right now. He's got a bit of a winning streak going. His record is 10-8 on the year. And he is the guy that defeated the Boston Red Sox last weekend to ensure this pennant for the New York Yankees. He's now won 3 in a row and 5 of his last 6 decisions, giving up only 3 runs in his last 26 2/3, which breaks down to an even ERA, earned run average, of 1. So it's a pretty good season for Terry, certainly in the closing days of the season. The wind, what little there is of it today, blowing across from right field to left. And to start the game, here's Phil Rizzuto.
I think, Joe, one of the big reasons is the fact that the clubs were so evenly balanced that the race went right down to the wire, and it was an exciting year. Made it very fast.
There were no easy games for them.
No, not for the Yankees, that's for sure.
Phil, did it go that way when you were playing shortstop, or did it?
Well, most of the years, Joe, fortunately, the Yankees won almost every year I was with them, but the years that you lose, they seem to be the slowest years.
Okay, Phil, watch that backstroke now.
Okay, Joe, that's for sure. We'll be out on that golf course when this baseball season's over. But it's not over yet. This is the final game of the 1960 season. The Yankees return as pennant winners. And right now, of course, they're worrying about the upcoming World Series with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And after this game, the Yankees will take off for Pittsburgh, where they will work out in Forbes Field for the first 2 games, which will be Wednesday and Thursday at Pittsburgh. Then the Yankees return to play here at the stadium on Saturday, Sunday, and if necessary, on Monday. We have a special treat in store for you fans today, in case you don't know it. Pete Callison, our own IBM machine up here, our statistician, is going to do an inning of play-by-play. And he's been rehearsing all year. Happy Durkin's got that generator of his set up, so Pete will sound real good. So in the second inning, Pete's getting nervous now, and he'll be giving you the play-by-play rundown. But right now we're ready to start as Pumpsy Green steps into the batter's box. Batting .237 with 10 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Green, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against Ralph Terry. Here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's hit out into left center field. Mantle going back, way back, and it's over his head. Rolling out towards the monument. Green is around second base. He's going to try for three. Here's the relay. Kubek into Boyer. He slides, and he's safe at third. And Boyer is arguing on the play. A beautiful relay from Mantle to Kubek to Boyer. But Frank Humont, right on the play at third, saw Pumpsy Green's spike shoe hit third base just before Boyer tagged him. So Green opens the ball game on the first pitch with a triple over Mantle's head in left center field. And I guess he surprised Mickey a little bit with his power. Mantle playing him a little shallow. For Green, his third triple of the year. Pumpsy had 3 base hits in yesterday's ball game. Here's Willie Tasby, the center fielder, batting .269, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, and 37 runs batted in. The infield's back. Perry into the windup. The pitch to Tasby is swung and a missed, strike one. The last time the Red Sox were in town, Pumpsy Green led off one of the games with an inside-the-park home run. Sliced one down the left field line, and it kicked around the wall. And Green made it all the way around. On deck, Frank Malzone. The one-strike pitch. Fastball swung and missed. Strike two. Both pitches high and tight on Tasby. Willie steps back, gets a little dirt. Perry goes to the rosin bag. All right, Terry ready to wind up. Fastball pops. Shortstop Kubek goes back under it now, makes the catch. Tony had a little trouble getting his glasses down. And when he finally did get him down, he had to back up in a hurry. Takes the short fly ball, one away. Green holds it third. So Terry threw 3 high and tight fastballs to Tasby. Brings up Frank Malzone, batting .271. 30 doubles, 2 triples, 14 homers, and 79 runs batted in. Malzone is second on the club in RBIs behind Vic Wertz, who has 102. The pitch to Malzone is a curve hit on the ground. Kubek, Boyer's up with it. The throw to first low, and by Scarron. Malzone trying for second as the run scores. Scarron throw to second base, and Malzone is out at second base. But the run scores. An error charged to Cletus Boyer as he took that ball practically out of Kubek's glove. Made a nice play, but his throw was hurried and low, went by Scarron. Green scores, and then Malzone is thrown out. Scarron to Kubek making the tag. So it's 2 out. Here's Jim Pagliarone. Takes the pitch inside, ball one. Pagliarone batting .328, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 9 runs batted in. Pitch is over, strike one. 1-1. That play went from 3 to 4. It was Richardson covering, and not Kubek on the putout, Scarron or Richardson. And no RBI for Malzone. Next pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1. Red Sox lead 1-0. Didn't look like Boyer had a chance for that ball. Kubek just ready to field it. The 2-1 pitch is popped in the air in back of the plate. Yogi Berra throwing the mask away, coming under it, and makes the catch for the out. So for the Red Sox in the top of the first, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Yankee error, and nobody left on base. And the score at the end of 1 half inning of play, the Red Sox won, and the Yankees coming to bat. At lunchtime, when you fans get together to talk over baseball scores or just business in general, that's when a bottle of cool, delicious Ballantine Ale can taste mighty good. It sharpens your appetite, refreshes, and really satisfies. And you'll find the big taste of Ballantine Ale adds extra zest to any meal on the menu. Deep-flavored, delicious Ballantine Ale with the big taste that comes from Brewer's Gold. This is a rare strain of hops used exclusively in Ballantine's own True Ale recipe. Brewer's Gold makes Ballantine Ale more than a thirst quencher, different than any beer. So enjoy the big taste of America's favorite ale anytime, but especially at mealtime. and see what a difference an ale makes. Valentine Ale with Brewers Gold. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox, Earl Wilson. Big right-hander. Wilson has won 3 and lost 2. No decisions against the Yankees. Tony Kubek will be leading off for New York, batting .273. Tony with 25 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, and 61 runs batted in. Or you can go right down this Yankee lineup and pick out heroes through all parts of this season. Every one of them had a hand in winning the pennant for the Yankees. A real team effort by New York. And Kubek, one of the main cogs in the wheel, had a real steady, good year. His best year so far as home runs and RBIs are concerned. Wilson's pitch to Kubek is on the outside corner, strike 1 call. Bob Stewart calling balls and strikes. Charlie Berry at first, Larry Knapp at second, and Frank Umont at third. 1-0 the Red Sox lead. We're in the bottom of the first. Wilson's next pitch is a curve low, ball 1, 1-1. Wilson has a nice, easy motion out on that mound, but he can whip that ball in there. Ready for the 1-1 delivery. Fastball low, ball 2, 2-1. On deck, Bob serve. The 2-1 pitch is outside, ball 3, 3-1. Wilson relieved very effectively against the Yankees up at Fenway, except for 1 inning where his control left him. He walked 3 men and then made a wild pitch. The 3-1 delivery outside, ball 4. Kubek walks. Remember, the Yankees have won 14 in a row. And they're playing to win this one. Of course, they play to win every game, but you'd think with a team having the pennant cinched, they might coast, but not the Yankees. Bob serve, batting .253, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 14 homers, and 40 runs batted in. Gili holding first against Kubek. The pitch to serve is swung at a missed, strike 1, and Kubek gave a good bluff as though he was stealing at Punchy Green moving towards second base, which gave Serve a big hole to hit through. That bothers shortstop and second baseman when a runner at first bluffs going. You never know when he's going to bluff. Here's the stretch. Fastball swung at a missed, strike 2. 0-2 on serve. On deck, Roger Maris. Here's the stretch by Wilson. Pitch is low, ball 1. Wilson also committed a balk up at Fenway Park. That got him in trouble in that 1 inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes on serve. Curve is low, ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Kubek leads off first. The pitch is low, ball 3. Full count on serve. Frank Crissetti coaching at third, and Ralph Houk down at first. Ready now for the payoff pitch. Kubek's going. The pitch is ball 4. As Pagliarone got set to throw down a second, plate umpire Bob Stewart said ball 4. And he held up on his throw. First 2 Yankees walk, and here's Roger Maris leading the American League in RBIs with 109. Batting average of .280, 18 doubles, 6 triples, and 39 homers. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Nobody out. 1-0 the Red Sox lead. Kubek leads off second. Serve off first. Pitch to Maris is low outside, ball 1. Pete Reynolds in the Red Sox dugout has just about wrapped up the batting crown in the American League with a .320 average. He's not playing today. And Al Smith, the nearest man to him at .315, has not been playing with the White Sox. Time is called. There's a chair on the field in front of the box seats to the left of the Red Sox dugout. I don't know how it got there. And one of the fans reaching over and picking it up. And now we're ready to go. One ball, no strikes on Roger Maris. Here's the stretch by Wilson. Fastball outside, ball 2, and Wilson again having control trouble here in the first inning with the Red Sox leading 1-0. Yankee runners at first and second. Nobody out. Wilson set. The 2-0 delivery. Change-up curve on the inside corner, strike one. So Wilson having trouble getting the fastball over, went to his curveball. Mantle on deck is swinging the bat right-handed, but he'll bat left-handed against Wilson. The 2-1 pitch, fastball fouled back in the upper deck, 2-2. Going to have some professional football scores for you during the day. Cardinals have just scored against the New York Giants out of St. Louis, and they lead 7-0. High 2-2 the count. Runners lead off first and second. Fastball line, backhanded and knocked down, going to short right field. Kubek is being sent in. Serve going to third, and all hands are safe. That'll be a base hit and an RBI for Maris as he hit a hard one-hopper that Gilly got his glove on at first. It kicked away from him as he backhanded it. Went by the second baseman Contry. Kubek scored all the way from first, and serve went to third. An RBI for Maris is 110th of the year. And the ball game is tied up 1-1. And the batter, Mickey Mantle. Mickey batting .276. 17 doubles, 6 triples, 40 homers, and 94 runs batted in. Still nobody out. On deck, Bill Skowron. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Mickey is fouled in the upper deck, strike one. It was a nice try by the Red Sox first baseman, Gilly. He's a big, tall, right-handed fielder. Pitch to Mantle outside, 1-1. Gilly is 6'6", and he stretched way out trying to backhand that ball. Wilson wants a new baseball. 1-1 on Mick. Mantle's been playing great ball since the All-Star game. Here's a stretch by Wilson. Fastball hit back to the box. Wilson holds serve at third to throw to second. In time to get Maris just about as Wilson almost fired that ball in the center field. It was a good heads-up play by Earl Wilson as he faked serve back to third. And then threw to the shortstop Green, forcing Maris sliding in. Mantle safe. And with runners at first and third and 1 out, here's Bill Skowron. The Moose batting .308, 34 doubles, 3 triples, 26 homers, and 90 runs batted in. On deck, Yogi Berra. Infield and double play depth. Pitch to the Moose is a curve in there, strike one called. Wilson set. Slow curve hit on one hop to Malzone. He knocks it down, can't hold on to it. Third scores, and it's a base hit for Skowron. On a high Baltimore chop that Malzone had to run back for and leap high in the air. He got his glove on it. But even if he had caught it, I doubt if he could have made a play at any base. An infield single and an RBI for Skowron. The Yankees lead 2-1. Mantle's at second, Skowron at first. Here's Yogi Berra. Yo batting .277. 14 doubles, 1 triple, 15 homers, and 62 runs batted in. On deck, Clete Boyer. Pitch to Yogi, low outside, ball 1. Yogi Berra with 99 base hits. Looking for number 100 on the year. There goes the double steal. The throw is no throw. Mantle with a big jump slides in, and Pagliarone did not even bother to throw the ball. A double steal by Mantle and Skowron. And for Mickey, his 14th stolen base of the year, and for Skowron, his second. And I believe Moose got both of those on the back end of double steals. They're going to walk Yogi, so Yogi will not have a chance to get his 100th base hit at this time. They're going to give Yogi an intentional pass. That'll load up the bases. And they'll be pitching to Clete Boyer. That pitch was a strike, by the way, but now they're going to put him on anyway. There's 3-1. Boy, what a jump Mantle had on that. Besides Wilson throwing a change-up curveball, Pagliarone didn't have a chance. There's ball 4. That's the third walk given up by Wilson in this inning. Here's Clete Boyer, batting .242. 20 doubles, 1 triple, 14 homers, and 45 runs batted in. Boyer, the 7th man to bat here in the bottom of the first. The Yankees lead 2-1. Bases loaded and 1 out. Wilson pitching with his full windup now. Here's the pitch to Boyer. It's fouled back on the screen. Strike 1. The windup by Wilson. Fastball swung it and missed. Strike 2. Looked like Boyer was trying to pop that ball to right field. Wilson ahead of the hitter, 0-2. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Fastball, strike 3, swinging. That was a bad high fastball that Boyer went after. So there's Wilson's first strikeout. The bases remain loaded in the bat of Bobby Richardson, batting .252. 12 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, and 26 runs batted in. Two to 1, the Yanks lead here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. The pitch to Richardson. Inside, ball 1. Wilson into the windup. Fastball is on the outside corner, 1-1. Ready now for the 1-1 delivery. Richardson pops it into left center field. Hardy going deep to his left and makes a running one-hand catch in deep left center. That would have cleared the bases had it fallen in. Richardson was down to second base. A nice play by Hardy for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left in the score at the end of 1 full inning. The Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 1. And now, as we told you, get ready. Here he is, fresh from the William and Mary campus with his pork pie cap and all. The Yankee statistician ready to take over for the second inning, Pete Callison.
Thank you, Phil, and hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you'll bear with me for an inning. I'll run down the scoreboard. Cleveland's at Chicago, and it's Jim Perry against Early Wynn. Detroit is at Kansas City. We'll start later. And Baltimore is at Washington. No Pappas against Pedro Ramos. Score at the end of 3.5 innings. Baltimore 1, Washington nothing. Philadelphia leads Cincinnati 1-0 after 2.5. Mahaffey against Perky. Callison in the first inning homers. No relation. No relation. At Pittsburgh, Milwaukee failed to score in the top of the first. Lou Burdett trying for win number 20 against Vinegar Ben Mizell. Chicago and Los Angeles, St. Louis and San Francisco will start later. As Phil told you, the Cardinals lead the Giants 7-0 at the end in the first quarter. Jim Pisoni has gone to center field for the Yankees, replacing Mickey Mantle. Leading off the board from the top half of the second inning is Don Gilly. Gilly be followed by Hardy and Cautry. Gilly batting 174, hasn't played too much. Ralph Terry takes the signal, into the windup, delivers. Ball hit at the center field, Pisoni coming in, and it's dropped. Ball is dropped by Tony Kubek, and it's we'll have to wait for the official score on that. It was a little dying quail in center field that Pisoni and Kubek converged on. The ball dropped in there for a base hit. And they called it an error. And now I know how it feels. Carroll Hardy steps into the box now. Hardy is hitting at 220. Yogi Berra cleaning off home plate. Gilly leads off first base. Kubek's error. The pitch is on the outside corner, a strike. Terry threw him a curveball. Marlon Cautry is on deck for the Red Sox, and Lou Clinton will bat after him. The Yankees are playing Hardy bat straight away. Terry delivers. An attempt at front. He holds back, and it's inside. Ball 1. 1-1. Count to Carroll Hardy. Yankees lead 2-1, top of the second inning. Yankees trying for their 15th straight win. 15th win today. Be their longest winning streak since 1906 when they won 15. Terry's ready now. Pitches. Ball is swung on and hit into center field, into left field off Kubek's glove. Gilly holds second base and Hardy's at first. 2 on, nobody out, and the batter is Marlon Cautry. That name is spelled Coughtry and pronounced Cautry. I haven't corrected. It's Cautry. Cautry is 6'1", 170, 26 years old, from Los Angeles, California. He was recalled from Allentown on September 1st and hit .316 there. Terry's ready now. Delivers. Ball is swung on and grounded. Fair ball to Skowron, who runs up, steps on first base, and the runners advance. Gilly moves to third, Hardy to second, and we've got 1 out in the inning. Lou Clinton steps into the box now. Clinton drove in the Red Sox only run yesterday with a single in the 9th inning. Clinton is batting .224. 17 doubles, 5 triples, 6 home runs. He's been on a shuttle train with Boston this year, going up and down to Minneapolis a couple of times. He was recalled on July 31st for good. He hit .264 at Minneapolis, but did hit 14 home runs. Terry checks his runners now, delivers a slow curveball outside, 1-0 on Clinton. Terry has not been getting a slow curve over this afternoon. It's been just missing and falling low and outside a great deal of the time. Batter seems to be laying and waiting for the fastball. Terry looks in for the signal now. Berra crouches behind the plate. Terry into his pumping motion. Pitches. Swung on and lined into center field for a base hit. Gilly scores. Here comes Hardy around third. The throw by Pisoni is cut off by Skowron. 2 runs for the Red Sox, and the Red Sox go into the lead 3-2. He hit a fastball that time right through Terry's glove and out into center field. 2 RBIs for Lou Clinton, his 35th and 36th of the year, and the batter now is Earl Wilson. Wilson hasn't been up too much. He's 4 for 22, batting 182, has 1 double and 2 runs batted in. Lou Clinton down at first base. We're in the top of the second inning. The Red Sox lead 3-2. Ralph Terry is ready now. Into a stretch motion. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Wilson tried to check his swing, but couldn't quite hold up on the pitch. This is Wilson's 13th game. Pitch is swung on and fouled off at the plate. He's 3-2 on the year. He pitched 3 1/3 innings of relief against the Yankees on September 24th in a game that Ted Wills lost 6-5 in 10 innings. Wilson did not allow any hits in 3 1/3 innings. He walked 6 and was charged with 3 runs. He's a big boy, 6'3", 215 from San Diego. All right, now Terry is ready. Clinton leads off first. The pitch is high and inside. Count is 1-2. 1 out, 1 on, 2 runs in for the Red Sox. Ralph Terry has been touched up for 2 hits this inning and the error by Kubek. Terry is ready now. The outfield is shallow and almost straight away for Wilson. Pitch is in there. Strike 3 and he's out. 2 out. That's Terry's first strikeout of the day. 2 out, and we've got Humphrey Green at bat. Green is hitting .236. He tripled to center field in the first inning and came around to score when Boyer threw Malzone's ground ball away. Humphrey, switch hitter, batting left-handed against right-hand throwing Terry. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1-0, Clinton off first base. Cool day here at Yankee Stadium, but really very nice out. Terry looks in for the signal now. Checks the runner. The pitch is in there. Strike 1. There goes the runner breaking for second. He's out. Clinton is thrown out by Berra to Richardson. And for Boston that inning, we have 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 Yankee error, and nobody left on base. And now, Phil, the score at the end of 1.5 innings is Boston 3, the Yankees 2. Here's Phil.
Okay, Pete, very well done, wasn't it, Pappy? Yes, sir. But right now, here's a suggestion for all of you lady fans. Next time you shop for dinner in a hurry or find yourself with unexpected dinner company, why not heat up and serve any one of the many new frozen dinner specialties? And to add extra zest to your dinner, have plenty of cool, delicious Valentine ales to go around. Enjoy its big, big taste with one of the popular Italian specialties you just heat and serve, like chicken cacciatore, veal scallopini, pizza pie, ravioli, or lasagna. Man, that's right down my alley. Valentine ale really goes over big with these and other tasty dishes because its big, big taste comes from Brewer's Gold. And Brewer's Gold makes this fine ale more than a thirst quencher, different than any beer. Refreshing, deeply satisfying any time, but especially good at mealtime. Discover what a difference an ale makes. Try Valentine Ale with Brewer's Gold. Okay, Pete, it's all yours again.
Thank you, Phil. Ralph Terry will be leading off for the Yankees as we go into the bottom half of the second inning. Terry is batting 106. He has 5 for 47. If you might remember, in the pennant clincher, though, he got a double, which drove in the winning run, actually, against Boston last Sunday. So although he only has 5 hits, that was a key one. Wilson's ready now. Big wind-up. The pitch is in there. A strike on the inside corner. Nothing at once, Terry. Terry's batting right-handed now. He does switch around sometimes and bat left, but he's not a switch hitter. Wilson pitches. Ball is swung on and hit into left field for a base hit in the hole between Malzone and Gray. Well, Mr. Terry now has 3 hits in his last 2 ball games. The throw goes wild and gets past the second baseman, but Sheely backs up and there's no advance by Terry. Terry is suddenly taking off where Jim Coates left off this season. Terry, that was his 6th hit of the season. That ought to raise him up to about 110. Tony Kubek up now. Tony walked in the first inning and came around to score. He's batting at .273. That was hit number 3 off Wilson, who's been wild and has been forced to try and get the ball across. Wilson's ready now. Checks Terry, who's not much of a threat to steal. Pitches. Ball is swung on and missed. Strike one. Ball was dropped by Pagliarone, but there was no advance. Terry is not a threat to steal. Outfield around toward right on Kubek. Tony has 14 home runs this year and 61 RBIs. His best total for him since he's been in the majors. Wilson's ready now. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is swung on and lined into left field. A base hit. Terry holds up on second base as Hardy fields the ball and throws it to third. Kubek hit an outside curveball and just dropped it into left field. Terry moves to second, and the batter is Bob Cerv. Robert walked in the first inning, and he's hitting at .253. Cerv has 12 doubles, 2 triples, and 14 home runs and 40 RBIs. Terry at second, Kubek on first. There's nobody out. It's the bottom of the second inning. Boston leads 3-2. Wilson ready now into his stretch position. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is low. Ball one. It gets away from Pagliarone, and Terry goes to third base and Kubek to second. And we'll see how they'll score that. We'll wait for the official score to call that. It looks like Pagliarone might have been fooled on the pitch. It's called a wild pitch. So move Terry to third and Kubek to second on the wild pitch. Wilson has now thrown a wild pitch and walked 3 in just 1+ innings. There's some action in the Red Sox bullpen. All right, runners on second and third now. Nobody out. Cerv ready at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's in there. Strike one. Letter high fastball. Wilson's curveball has been wild all afternoon, first 2 innings anyway, and he has to come in with the fastball, almost identical with Terry. We're ready now. He delivers. Ball is swung on and pops up to right field. Lou Clinton is under it now in about medium right field. Catches it. Here comes Terry to the plate, and he holds back. On a perfect throw by Lou Clinton. Ralph Terry would have been a dead duck on that play. 1 out now, bottom half of the second inning. Batter is Roger Maris. Maris singled off Gillies' glove in the first inning. Drove in his 110th run of the year. Rogers looking for home run number 40, which would tie him with Mickey Mantle for the American League lead. 1 man out, second and third. Yankees trail 3-2. Wilson ready now. Taking a long time. Into his windup. Ball is swung on and missed. Strike one. Gave him a fastball around the knees. Jim Tassone is on deck. Tassone went on center field in the top of the second inning in place of Mickey Mantle. Mantle into a fourth play is only at bat. Wilson's ready now. Takes the signal from Pagliarone. Round comes the arm. The pitch is swung on and fouled back just above the press box into the mezzanine. Wilson ahead on the count now, 0-2. He might throw Maris a low curveball. Probably won't give him anything too good to hit right now. He's ready now. Terry off third, Kubek off second. The delivery is popped back to the upper deck behind home plate. Count holds at 0-2. He gave him a high fastball. Yankees, as you know, have won 14 games in a row, 18 of their last 20, and 21 of 25 games since Labor Day. And that's one reason they're 8 games in front right now. The Yankees were 20-7 in the month of September, which is a pretty good stretch pace. Wilson taking a long time out there on the mound. Maris. Phil, did you get the light? Wilson is ready now. Pitches a high, slow curveball inside. Ball 1. 1-2. Maris has 110 RBIs and would like to add to that total right now. Kubek looking in, trying to pick off the signal from Pagliarone. We're ready now. Wilson pitches. Ball is fouled up here on the screen. Ooh. They showed me a picture here. I will not go into it. It's not worth discussing. Some fellow with a rather poor-looking hat on. Pappy Durkin looking it over quite carefully. Wilson ready now. Into his windup. Pitches. Tapped into center field. Left fielder is going over now, and he cannot get it. The ball is in between Green and Clinton. Perry has scored. Here comes Kubek. Maris pulls into third base. There's a little pop fly between Clinton and Casby. Clinton made a stretch for it and could not get it. And they ruled it a triple for Roger Maris and 2 more RBIs. That puts the Yankees ahead 4-3 now. And Sal Magley is taking the walk out to the mound now. For Roger Maris, that's his 7th triple, and it gives him 111 RBIs, and we're going to have a new pitcher. And now, something I've been waiting for. We pause for station identification. Wilson goes 2 1/3, goes 1 1/3 inning. Gives up 5 hits. He walked 3, struck out 1, and has given up 4 runs and is responsible for Roger Maris on third base. By the way, we told you that Maris had 111 RBIs. Make that 112. He had 1 in the first inning. Jerry Casale is ready now. Into his windup. Maris leads off third base. The pitch is swung on and lined into left field. Clinton is under it. Maris tags up, and he will score easily. Yankees now lead 5-3. Scored out a sacrifice fly for Jesse Garner, who didn't wait long up there. Hit the first good pitch. RBI for him. Roger Maris scores his 98th run. 2 more, and he will join Mickey Mantle in the 100th circle. 2 out, 5-3 Yankees. Moose Skowron the batter. Bottom of the second inning. Skowron singles off the third baseman in the first inning and is up his average to 309 right now. First pitch is outside a curveball, 1-0. Pete Runnels, the leading leader in the American League, is not playing this afternoon. He has a 5-point lead on Al Smith, 320 to 315. Casale is ready now. Delivers the ball, is in the dirt, 2-0. Tried a fastball, but threw it about 2 feet in front of home plate. The ball rolled back to the screen. That run, by the way, is charged to Wilson, so charge him with all 5 runs. The next pitch is outside, the count is 3-0. Charge all 5 runs to Earl Wilson. And start Casale off fresh and clean. Casale is ready now, 3-0 to Skowron. The pitch is low outside, ball 4. So with 2 out, Skowron walks. First walk off the Sale, and the second batter, he spaces. Batter now is Yogi Berra. Yogi looking for hit number 100. I was talking to Yogi in the dressing room before the game, and he told me that he'd sort of like to get that 100th hit. You know, you look at that record in the baseball register, and you see that solid ring or solid row of three-digit numbers under the hit column, and Yogi'd like to get it up to 100. Pitch is inside, 1-0. Skowron off first base. Casale into the stretch position. Berra at bat. Pitch is swung on and pops up. Gilly is under it now, and he's got it. 3 out for the Yankees. But in the second inning for New York, we had 3 runs on 3 hits. No Red Sox errors and 1 man left on base. The score at the end of 2 complete innings now is New York 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 4 men left on base. And Boston 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Before we get into the third inning, And see, we'll also have a new center fielder out there. Center fielder is Ken Hunt, replacing Jim Sassoni. Give you a very rapid rundown on the scoreboard before Phil gets back in. Perry and Wynn, Cleveland, Chicago, no report. Detroit, Kansas City, no report. Baltimore, Washington, 1-1 at the end of 7. Pappas and Ramos. Philadelphia 3, Cincinnati nothing. 4.5. Mahaffey and Perky. Callison homered in the first. Pittsburgh 2, Milwaukee 2. Then the 2 innings. Burdette and Mizell. Burdette trying for his 20th. Chicago and L.A. St. Louis and San Francisco will start later. Cardinals are leading the football Giants 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Now, with Ken Hunt going to center field, Ralph Terry getting ready to pitch to the first batter, which will be Pumpsy Green. We will hand the microphone over, and very gladly, to Phil Rizzuto.
Now, wait a minute, Pete. Hold on. Pappy has been flooded here on the switchboard with your voice. Must be very interesting. We got a lot of requests for you to do another half inning, so go right ahead.
Well, if the people will bear with me. This is not an extra added attraction, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say that right now. All right, now, Ralph Terry is ready. Pumpsy Green is the first batter in the top half of the third inning. Pitch by Ralph is a slow curve, grounded down to second base. Gowan cuts over, flips over to Terry, and there's one man out. Gowan cut over in front of Richardson, who was charging toward first base, and unhanded the ball easily to Terry for the first out in the inning. Score Green out, 3-1, and Willie Tasby steps in. Tasby popped to short in the first inning, batting .268. Terry ready now. Around comes the right arm. The pitch is outside, curveball, 1-0. Yankees play Tasby almost straight away. Jackie Brandt is home in the top half of the 8th inning, and the score now is Baltimore 2, Washington 1, 2 in the top of the 8th inning. Count now is 2-0 to Willie Tasby. Nobody on base in the top of the third. The pitch is lined way out toward left field. Serve is going back, and he gets the ball just in front of the running track in left center field. Tasby got real good wood on the ball, but didn't get around on it enough. Frank Malzone is the batter now. Malzone reached first base on Boyer's error in the first inning. Pitch is low, ball 1, 1-0. On that throwing error by Boyer in the first inning, Green scored the first Red Sox run. Terry is pitching rapidly now, delivers. Ball is popped into center field. Ken Hunt is under it now and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down in the top half of the third inning. And now here's Phil Rizzuto.
Okay, Pete, thank you. The score at the end of 2.5 innings, the Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3.
Say, folks, next time you pass your neighborhood food store or delicatessen, go on in and get yourself some Valentine Ale with Brewer's Gold. Now, you'll find the big taste of Valentine Ale comes in handy 6-pack cans and in the quarter 12-ounce bottle. And once you get home and want to quench your thirst, open a cool, refreshing Valentine Ale. Really enjoy the big taste that comes from Brewer's Gold. Now, this is a rare strain of hops used exclusively in Valentine's own true ale recipe. And then, at mealtime, try Valentine Ale with your food. And that's when you discover Brewer's Gold makes Valentine Ale more than a thirst quencher, different than any beer. Yes, sir, stock up on Valentine Ale and see what a difference an ale makes.
Well, I want to thank Pete Callison for his inning and a half stint here, and I'm sure everybody at William and Mary's proud of you, Pete. How'd you enjoy it?
Quite a bit, Phil. It was quite an experience. I want to thank you for letting me do it, too. I just hope the fans didn't mind too much.
I'm sure they didn't.
They'll be very happy now to have your golden tones back on.
No, you handled it like a real pro, Pete.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're ready to go, and Hector Lopez will be batting for Cletus Boyer. as we get ready to go in the bottom of the third with the Yankees leading 5-3. Lopez batting .285 is 13 doubles, 6 triples, 9 homers, and 42 runs batted in. Jerry Casale out on the mound. Youngster who has had an unusual year. Can't figure out why he's not winning. The pitch is high inside, ball 1. Casale won the first 2 games of the year, and I believe against the Yankees, both of them. Yes, he did, and then he had trouble winning. The pitch is pop foul out of play, 1-1. As a matter of fact, Casale has not won a game since April the 26th when he defeated the Yankees here at Yankee Stadium. Now, here's a kid with a world of stuff. Good fastball, good curve, changes speed. Big and strong. 6'2" and 200 pounds, and a Brooklyn boy at that. The 1-1 pitch, low outside. Ball 2, 2-1. On deck, Bobby Richardson. Casey trying to get all his Yankees in the ball game if he possibly can. Pitch outside and low, ball 3, 3-1. Yankees scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. The Red Sox scored 1 in the first and 2 in the second. Pitch to Lopez is fouled, and the bat comes right past the mound, almost hit Casale. Man, was Jerry scared there. Hector Lopez went after an outside fastball, let go of the bat. It went right directly over the middle of the mound. Casale couldn't do anything but stand there and hope it didn't hit him, and as Hector Lopez walked out to the mound to get his bat, he apologizes to Casale, and Casale pats Lopez on the back. Nothing meant by it. Hector walking back with a big grin on his face. The Red Sox bench riding Lopez and the Yankee bench riding Casale. All in fun, though, thank goodness. There are times when bats have been thrown, not in jest. But this time it was just a slip of the hand. Full count on Lopez. Hector does not grip the bat very tight either. His hands are real loose until the moment of impact, sort of like Johnny Mize. The payoff pitch is hit to right field. Lou Clinton moving near the line, coming in, and makes the running catch just in fair territory. Lopez flies to right field. In a pinch hitting role for Boyer. Here's Bobby Richardson. Flied out to left center field in the first inning. 5-3, the Yankees lead. Casale into the windup. Pitch to Richardson is right down the middle. Strike called. Sun shining brightly here at Yankee Stadium. The shadow's already over the pitcher's mound. Here it is, just the bottom of the third. Curve low outside, 1-1. Wind blowing out towards left field. Perfect World Series weather. Wind up in the 1-1 delivery. Is line to center field. That's a base hit. Willie Tasby fields it on one hop. A line drive single to center by Bobby Richardson. First hit off Casale and the 6th hit for the Yankees. Ralph Cherry due to be the next batter, and Terry's coming up. Ralph single to left field and scored in the second inning. One out. Malzone is in the third. Gili holding first against Richardson. On deck, Tony Kubek. Here's a stretch. Terry squares around, takes it high, ball 1. He was ready to bunt at that ball, but it was high and away. Richardson getting a pretty good-sized lead off first. Here's the stretch. Pitch is bunted foul and back on the screen. One on Terry. Casale goes back to the rosin bag. Here's the stretch. The pitch is swung at and pop fouled and coming back out of play. In the upper deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perry tried to cross up the defense with Malzone in. He faked the bunt and then swung away. Here's the stretch. There goes Richardson. The pitch is popped in the air to the infield. What a running jump Bobby had. He's got to hustle back to first as Coptree out in short center field makes the catch. Bobby's back. Richardson got a real running jump, but with 2 strikes on him, Terry had to protect the plate. Popped up to the second baseman for the second out. Here's Tony Kubek, who walked, singled, scored twice. Kubek scored 77 runs. Only Skowron has more base hits as a Yankee than Tony Kubek. Tony now with 155 and Skowron with 166. Pitch to Tony is outside, ball 1. On deck, Bob Sir. Richardson leads away. Throw to first, Bobby back. He's been taking quite a big lead down at first. Another quick throw to first. Bobby was just off a step that time. Here's a stretch. Fastball fouled back on the screen. 1-1 on Tony. Mickey Mantle no longer in the ball game, so he will close the season with 40 home runs. And unless Roger Maris, Jim Lemon get hot, Mickey will be the home run leader in the American League. Throw to first, Richardson back. Maris with 39 and Lemon with 38, playing their last games today. 1-1 delivery, a ground ball to the shortstop. Pumpsy Green gets it on the big hop steps on second base for the unassisted force play. For the Yankees in the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit. No Red Sox errors, 1 man left in the score at the end of 3 full innings. The Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3. And say, next time you're looking for something different to drink at mealtime, make it a Ballantine Ale with Brewer's Gold. Discover what a difference an ale makes as we pause for station identification. Is for the Crown Prince and Princess of Japan who are leaving the ballpark. They have such a tight schedule that they cannot stay at any one place too long. They saw 3 innings of the ball game here, and the Prince is shaking hands with a lot of the ball fans here today as he walks down the aisle to the exit. Big smile on his face, waving to everybody. Quick look at the scoreboard in the American League. Cleveland nothing, White Sox nothing at the end of 1. Detroit at Kansas City starts later on. Baltimore leading Washington 2-1, playing the top of the 8th as Jackie Brandt homered in the 8th. Phillies 4, Cincinnati nothing at the end of 5. Callison homered. Milwaukee 2 and the Pirates 2 at the end of 3. Chicago at L.A. and St. Louis at San Francisco start later on. Darren Johnson is at third base for the Yankees as we get ready to play here in the top of the 4th. Jim Pagliarone, who fouled out to the catcher, takes a pitch low, ball 1. Curve is swung at and missed, strike 1, 1-1. On deck, the big 6'6" first baseman Don Gili. Fastball is swung at and missed, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A windup in the pitch is strike 3 swinging, went after a high fastball and didn't get it. So Terry racks up his second strikeout of the ball game. brings up Don Gilly, who reached on an error and scored in the second inning. One out, nobody on. Curveball is hit on the ground to the shortstop. Kubek is up with it. His throw to Scarron, one away. That's two away. Tony just flipped that ball over to first base. Gilly can go down that line for a big man. Here's Carroll Hardy, who singled to left field and scored in the second inning. 5-3, the Yankees lead in the top of the fourth. 2 out, nobody on. Slow curve is hit to left field. Cerv puts the glasses down, going back, and makes the catch just in front of the left field fence. So the Red Sox go down in order in the top of the fourth, nothing across. The score at the end of 3.5 innings, Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3.
Say, fans, if you want a refreshing, deeply satisfying taste in a drink, a taste that's truly different, why not try the big, big taste of Ballantine Ale? And when you take a long, cool swallow of this fine ale, enjoy the way the big, big taste stays on your tongue. Only Ballantine Ale gives you the big, big taste. It comes from Brewer's Gold. This is a rare strain of hops used exclusively in Ballantine's own true ale recipe. You'll find Ballantine Ale tastes mighty good anytime. But for added pleasure, see how the big, big taste goes with your lunch or dinner. Then you'll agree, Ballantine Ale is more than a thirst quencher, different than any beer. Make sure you discover what a difference an ale makes. Ballantine Ale with Brewer's Gold.
You are in tune with Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial. This is WOKO, Albany, New York.
And Ken Hunt to face Jerry Cassell. Cerv walked in the first inning and scored. Fly to right field in the second. Cassell into the windup. His pitch to Cerv is in there. Strike called. Strike deliveries, a curve fouled in back of the plate, strike 2. Two-strike pitch, big curveball is high, ball 1. Hey, no, Pappy, this is going to be the last time that I'll be sitting to your left this year. I'm sure going to miss you, man. I'll be looking over when I'm having coffee in the morning, waiting for you to say you're on, station break. There's a ball popped in the air to short right field. Hawtree, the second baseman, moving under it, and makes the catch for the first out. Always another year, but it's a long winter. That's right. This will be my last time on radio. Going to miss. Oh, Pappy's right. Yes, Red Barber and I are going to do the World Series for the Armed Forces, but I mean here in New York vicinities on WMGM, the home of champions. Gosh, got to say goodbye to a lot of people today. Roger Maris takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Maris has singled and tripled, has driven in 3 runs and scored 1. Roger now with 112 RBIs, which just about assures him of the American League RBI title. Pitch outside and high, ball 2, 2-0. Jim Gordon, Packy over on the Home of Champions Network. Last time we'll be seeing them. There's a drive to left center field. Tasby moving over to his right. He's under this one, makes the catch. Here's Ken Hunt up for his first time today. Mantle batted in the cleanup spot, was up once and bounced out. Jesse Gonder batted for Pisoni and hit a sacrifice fly to deep left field to drive in a run. And now Ken Hunt. Hunt batting .263, 2 doubles, 1 RBI, right-hand hitter. Ground ball to third. Malzone up with the ball in the big hop. Over to Gili for the out. And that's all for the Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. Nothing across, and the score at the end of 4 full innings, the Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3.
And now we're on the go again with the rest of the game, brought to you by the Atlantic Refining Company and your Atlantic dealer, who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean.
Atlantic keeps your car on the go. For business, for pleasure, in any kind of weather, Atlantic keeps your car on the go.
When you want to go places and do things, what a pleasure your driving can be.
For quality products and top-notch service, your Atlantic dealer is the man to see. Atlantic keeps your car on the go, 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 go. Keep on the go with Atlantic.
Top half of the fifth inning we go. And for the Boston Red Sox, they come to the plate to be facing Ralph Cherry. We have Coffrey, Clinton, and then Cassell's spot. Game has quieted down, beginning to move along a little bit faster. After the first 2 innings, all the runs scored. The Yankees currently leading by a score of 5-3. Boston getting 1 on the top of the first. The Yankees answering with 2 in the bottom half of that inning. Boston going out on top with 2 runs from the top of the second, and the Yankees coming through with those 3 big ones in the last half of inning number 2 to make it what it is now, a 5-3 ball game in favor of New York. So far, Terry has limited Boston to just 3 hits. The Yankees have been able to garner 6. On a beautiful baseball day. And here to carry you the rest of the way as far as the play-by-play is concerned this afternoon, the old redhead, Red Barber.
I would think this would mean that Casey is not planning to open with him at Forbes Field. Scarron still at first base, Richardson at second. Boy, Casey's going to see that Berra is really tuned up. He's got him out here now for the 5th inning today. DeMaestri at short. Darren Johnson is at third. He went out there an inning ago. And Kubek is in left field. Why would Kubek be in left field? Well, you know, he's a very talented outfielder. And this is the time of year that the sun is really simply horrendous out in left field. And I would say that Mr. Stengel will leave nothing to chance. There's a reason on assignment for every move that the professor makes. He's got Tony out there for an inning or so's experience with this sun field today. And that's the way that man manages. Let's see, Bob Serve goes over to right field, so Roger Maris has finished for the season, 112 RBIs, and this means that Mantle is the home run leader of the American League, because Maris, the only fellow who had a chance to catch him, is now out of there too. Mighty Ford makes his first pitch over to Jim Cawtrey. Curveball, good for a called strike. Curve in there, strike 2. Terry went 4 innings. He cannot have the decision today. Didn't go 5 with the starting pitcher. Strike 3 swinging. Whitey strikes him out. See, Kubek in left field in the 5th inning. Get my scorebook in order here. Serve in right field. And Serve could be the swing outfielder in the World Series, so Casey's getting him a little final tuning in right field today, because it's a shadow pattern out there and a different throw. There's the ball bounced to DeMaestri at short, and the hitter Clinton is out, the right fielder. All right, 2 up, 2 down.
Sale, the relief pitcher, coming on to hit for the Red Sox. 2 out, top of the fifth. Yankees leading 5-3. Outfield around toward left. That's Kubek. Hunt does a slow curve over for a strike. And serve. Rudy York coaching at first base. Billy Herman at third. 4 deals. And there is his change off the fastball. Nicely over. Strike 2. Whitey is out here very definitely tuning up. He told us on our pregame interview show that his arm is absolutely strong and sound and he's ready. Takes a change on the outside. Ball 1. Mantle told us that he feels in the best physical shape he's ever felt going into a World Series. Same thing for Skowron. There's a pitch low, bounced off the plate. Ball 2. 2-2. Elsom Howard also told us that he's ready to play Wednesday, that the right hand doesn't even hurt him, particularly when he holds the bat. But you just like the physical report. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A curve swung on, hit the infield left field. Tony takes it on the first big bounce. It's a base hit for Casale, the Red Sox pitcher. Single to left. 400 curve for him. Now we have Pumpsie Green, the switch hitter, who against Whitey will go up there right-handed. He tripled to start the ball game and then was thrown out first baseman Skowron to then pitcher Ralph Terry covering in the 3rd inning. Green right-hand batters had a good series here. Hasley moves out on deck. Ford delivers a fastball low inside. Ball 1. This is Whitey's 33rd ball game. His record is 12-9. He could be the pitcher of record. Wait. See how the results come in. 1-0 pitch. Low outside. Ball 2. 2-0. 2 down. Runner at first. Whitey's over for a call strike. 2-1. Stocky left-handed checks the scoreboard. Baltimore beat Washington 2-1 and pitches second place. Slow curve in for call strike 2. And our warmest congratulations to the Baltimore Ball Club to emerge from the second division last year and take over second place this year. And let me see. There's a pitch high inside ball 3. Let me see now if an old man's memory doesn't fail him too badly. I believe this is the first time since Al Lopez has been managing he's ever finished as low as 3rd. Either second or first. Minor leagues and in the big leagues. So Cleveland is playing in Chicago, but that's an exhibition now. There's a foul ball in the lower stand back to first. All the money positions have been set. In the American League, the Yankees 1, the Orioles 2, the White Sox 3, and the Indians 4. In the National League, the Pirates 1, the Braves 2, the Cardinals 3, and there's a pitch outside, ball 4. This puts Green on. Sale moves down to second base, so the tying runs are on. With 2 outs, single followed by a base on ball. And the 4th place ball club, the one-time defending world champions, Los Angeles. No, baseball is like life. Monkeys on a string. When you see them go up, just hold your patience because you're going to see them come down. Now we got Tasby taking a curve for a call strike. Two men are out. Tasby hitting just under 270, takes high, and it is ball 1, 1-1. This is an important pitching assignment for Ford because Mr. Stengel and Mr. Lofat, they are looking at Whitey to see how he works. 1-1 pitch, swung on, foul back. You know, when I say this is an important assignment for Whitey, Maybe you just have to think about it. You say, who does the manager play? Who does he put in the ball game? Well, the manager might tell you, and he really means it. I don't put anybody in the ball game. The fellas put themselves in there. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 men are out. Whitey has some work to do. Taz has been a tough hitter the last 2 months. Takes low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ward takes a routine look at second. Pitches a curve swung on grounded foul. Outside third, where Billy Herman goes over to retrieve the ball. Two and two. Whitey pitches high inside to the hands. 3 and 2, and it's an automatic run and hit. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Beautiful fall day. Few white clouds up there against the blue. Strong wind is blowing from right field to left. That's at the top of the stadium. And, of course, it hits the left field corner stands and ricochets, so it's blowing from third to first down on the playing field. The pitch, the runners go, and there's a foul ball in the stands back of first base. Still 3-2. Casale, the relief pitcher for the Red Sox, is the runner at second. Walking back to that point. Green is the runner at first. Ford delivers, and Tasby hits a high pop fly that Skowron is backing under, back at first. And he makes the catch for the third out. 2. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And the score at the end of 4.5. The Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3.
How many of you can still remember the days when a coffee grinder was standard equipment in our kitchen? In those days, someone in the family had the job of grinding away at the coffee bean. It was a mighty hard way to enjoy a good cup of coffee. And you know, even today, people are still doing some jobs the hard way. Take cleaning the carburetor of your car, for example. Up to now, this meant a lot of work, even for a skilled mechanic who had to take your carburetor apart and do the job by hand. But not anymore. Because now, new Atlantic Imperial gasoline is specially designed to clean your carburetor as you drive. As Atlantic Imperial flows through the carburetor, it loosens and dissolves hard, crusty deposits that can cause rough idling, frequent stalling, and actual gasoline waste. Washes them harmlessly away. What's more, Atlantic Imperial's protective action keeps those deposits from forming again. Today, more and more people are using Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
You are in tune with Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial. This is WOKO, Albany, New York.
Yes, Bill Skowron gets ready to stand in here in the last half of the 5th inning. And for the action once again, we'll be ready to turn you over in just a couple of seconds to Red Barber, who in the meantime is giving you all the information about the fact that Baltimore has clinched that big spot that they were looking for. Not quite as high, perhaps, as the Baltimore fans would have had them going, a couple of weeks ago, but after what happened at Yankee Stadium, number 2 is the best they could have hoped for, and they got that one away. So this game here at Yankee Stadium with the Yankees bidding for the 15th, and here's Red.
The highest average of any of the Yankees. Sale delivers, and Skowron takes it over. It's a sharp slider for a called strike. Skowron's hitting .309. Base hit now and let him finish at .310. Yankees leading 5-3. Moose cuts to the curveball. Strike 2. The batting championship is decided. Steve Ronalds, hitting .320, is not playing today. He's just a sitting on the crown jewel. But he'd have it anyhow if he did play. 2-strike pitch, strung on and missed. Strike 3. Skowron went out on a curveball. Right, 1 up, 1 away. Last of the 5th. The batter is Mr. Berra. Darren Johnson, one of the Yankees' fine prospects, moves out on deck. They had him at Richmond this year, third base. I'd like to repeat, Baltimore beat Washington 2-1 and clinches second place by themselves. Throw swings, hits the ball out of the right field. The line drive right through the Clinton. Stays with it for the out. Well, as Mr. Rizzuto would say about his buddy and his business associate, he got good wood on the ball. Here's Darren Johnson. You see, in the International League playoffs in '59, he set a record. Swings and lines the ball into right field, and it is a base hit. And Johnson makes the turn at first. Hawk is sending him. Here he comes in the second. Double for Johnson. Now, let me see seven. This is his first hit. This is his first major league hit, and it was a clean line drive double to right. And may I say to you that was an indicative base hit, because one thing this summer they had him working on at Richmond was to stop trying to pull everything and go to right field with an outside pitch. And he demonstrated to Mr. Stengel and Mr. Weiss, rest of the Yankee entourage, that he has learned his lesson. So he's a second with a double, and here's Richardson. Bobby takes inside, ball one. Hit number two of Casale. So Darren Johnson's feeling better. Maybe the last day of the Major League season, but to him, that base hit is important for his future. Curveball inside, ball two. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch. Swung on, there's a high pop fly. The second baseman, Cowtree, is out in right field under it. He has it for the third out. No runs, one hit. Totals end to 5. For the Yankees, 5 runs, 7 hits and 2 errors. For the Red Sox, 3 runs. The first 2 were not earned. We point that out to you to let you know how Ralph Terry was pitching. As far as Terry's pitching for 4 innings, 1 earned run. And for the Red Sox, no errors. Ford goes trudging out to the mound. There's John Blanchard putting on the tools now, so Mr. Berra will be catching again in the World Series. There's Dale Long taking over at first base. Richardson remains at second, DeMaestri at short, Johnson at third, Kubek in left field, Casey giving him a final experience with the sun, just in case of some emergency, and he may need him out there in left field in the series. Hunt in center, and Serve, who started in left and showed that he can play it, sun or no sun. Okay, Whitey Ford ready to pitch to Frank Malzone in the 6th inning. Does, and Malzone hits it off the end of the bat down toward second. It's a swivel that Richardson is upward over to Long for the out. 1 away. Starting matters in the 6th inning. The Yankees leading 5-3. Our man Mel Allen is down in St. Louis today doing a football report on the football giants. Now we have Jim Pagliarone, the young catcher. Ford delivers, and it is a fastball low inside, ball one. By the way, in that Baltimore 2-1 win over Washington, Jackie Brad, who was secured during the winter in a big deal from San Francisco, hit a home run in the 8th to win it. There's a high fly hit out to center. Hunt is under it. He has it. And we have 2 up and 2 down. Top of the 6th. The Pittsburgh Pirates, in their final tune-up, are doing everything they can to keep Burdett of Milwaukee from winning number 20. They have got him underneath a 5-2 score at the end of 4 innings. Old Vinegar Ben Mizell is dishing out the curves and the sliders for Pittsburgh. His final testing and tuning. Here is Don Geely, young first baseman. Takes a pitch from Whitey, low inside, ball one. Bulletin on the scoreboard. First Gotham Bowl football title game here, December 10. Fair swung on, grounded foul outside third. That was a hot one. Third base coach Billy Herman just stepped aside and waved it goodbye.
King at first, Richardson at second, Demestri at short, Johnson at third. Kubek in left, Hunt in center, serve in right. Change of pace from Whitey, high outside, ball 2. Yankees driving for number 15 and to finish freewheeling, leading 5-3. The 2-1 pitch. Change of pace outside, ball 3. Ford pitching, Blanchard catching. Whitey deals, fastball over. 3-2. The Yankees fly out tomorrow to Pittsburgh. Foul ball, still 3-2. The Yankees take a chartered United Airlines flight. 3 p.m. from Idlewild, and they're due in Pittsburgh at 4:47. The Yankees and the Pirates both will work out at Forbes Field Tuesday. Ooh, a hot one right through the mound, and Richardson makes the stop back to second, throws to first, and the throw would have had him, but it sailed off the tip end of Dale Long's glove. It has scored a base hit, and Richardson is deprived of a wonderful play. That ball was hit squarely between Whitey Ford's ankle and hit sharply. Richardson came up with it directly behind second, throwing off balance, and he threw the ball so hard that it seemed to me the ball sort of sailed as it came into first base and got off of Long's mitt. So it was a single for Geely through the middle. Hit number 2 off Whitey. And now we have Carroll Hardy, who is 1 for 2. Takes a strike. Outside, slice to the plate. Curve, swung on, fouled off, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Whitey deals. Over. Strike 3, just above the knees. No runs, 1 hit. Second strikeout for the little left-hander. And the score at the end of 5 1/2. The Yankees 5 and the Red Sox 3.
Triple refined Atlantic heating oil. Premium quality, clean and clear. Yes, low-cost, efficient Atlantic heating oil is triple refined to bring you maximum heat. To keep your home warm and comfortable all winter long. And with Atlantic heating oil, you can count on weather-controlled delivery service replenishing your supply automatically, according to your needs. Now's the best time to have your burner checked and serviced if necessary, and to order triple refined Atlantic heating oil before those first wintry days arrive. Just call Atlantic Direct or phone your local Atlantic heating oil distributor. Call now for triple refined Atlantic heating oil. And as you've been hearing year after year on radio, you'll be so glad you did. 5-3 in favor of the New York Yankees as we move into the last half, inning number 6. Whitey Ford, the first scheduled batter for the Yankees, followed by Kubek and serve. While they've changed positions since the start of the ball game, moving around, switching fields actually. They have been in since the start. Up until this time, manager Casey Stengel has been juggling and rejuggling and using just about as many of the Yankees as he can possibly use in this game. There's some doubt now as to whether Whitey Ford will come up to the plate. The bullpen has been active. Now the plate umpire Stewart looks over toward Casey Stengel to find out who the man is going to be. Jerry Casale still back up on the hill. He's been doing a fine job in relief. This young hard-luck pitcher who won his first 2 outings this year then had a lot of trouble ever since then. As a matter of fact, he hasn't won a game since April. Looks like Gil McDougall coming in to hit for Whitey Ford. Gil McDougall. Here's Red.
McDougal. And a hit for Whitey Ford. After the sixth inning, then we will have a new man for the Yankees. Another tune-up coming out in the seventh. McDougal hitting .255. Right-hand batter. Right-hander Casale delivers a fastball in on the knuckles to the hand for ball one. Yankees leading 5-3. Trying to make it 15 straight. High inside ball two. To speak about a prophet having honor in his own hometown, as well as his own backyard, Phil Videnzi of the Journal American this spring. The 2-0 pitch, go outside ball three. Picked the Yankees to win the American League pennant and, to quote him, in a driving finish. Well, just what the Yankees have done. They lost two straight on their last Western trip to Kansas City. Then came in here for the big set with Baltimore, and they were 1 percentage point in first place. Ball four to McDougal. And they beat Baltimore 4 straight, and they haven't lost one since. Now we have Kubek, who is 1 for 2 stepping in. Outfield shades him into right. McDougal at first. Pitch. Tony picks right over for a call strike. He gave no indication of anything except that he was taking the pitch. Set. Delivers. Tony swinging at a curve. Fouls it out of play. Back around the Yankee dugout. The first 3 innings of the ball game were witnessed by the Crown Prince and Princess of Japan and their official party. They left as per schedule after staying for an hour. Relieving, steps off the rubber. Pitch, low outside, ball one. One ball, 2 strikes. One and two. Tony checks the swing on a low inside curve, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McDougal with a walk. With his first, nobody out. Last of the 6th. Tony swings at a low inside curve, strike 3. Second strikeout for Casale, who took over in the second inning. The 5 Yankee runs are charged against the Red Sox starter, Earl Wilson. Now here is Bob Sturs, started in left field, moved to right. He's 0 for 2 today. Up on the scoreboard are some football scores from the National League. The Giants 14, the Cardinals 7. That's the game that Mel Allen is broadcasting. And at the half, the Colts 28 and the Colts 28, the Bears nothing. And at the half, the Browns 21 and the Steelers nothing. Sure kicks low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Looking here from the radio spot where I can see into it. Let's see, a base hit on the left field for serve. McDougal holds up at second base. The way I can see into the Boston dugout, there haven't got many fellows there, and we're checking to see if Mike Higgins has allowed some of them to go home. we understand that Pete Runnels has been allowed to go home. He's got the batting championship won. Our congratulations to him. Monbouquet has gone. Cornelius, who set a new record for the American League relief men in total appearances, he has gone. In other words, the man said, well, this last day, the work is done for you fellas. The reporters, they think that Runnels is gone. There's a foul ball back. Joe DeMaester swinging on it, strike one. Let me say that we can't be too definite who has been allowed to go for the Red Sox. But I can be pretty definite about this statement, and I'll stand on it. Not a one of the Yankees has been allowed to go home. That won't be for a little while yet. They wouldn't want to. Big doing starting Wednesday. Foul ball back, and it is strike two. The Yankees are going to be here at the stadium tomorrow morning. Well, you know what their howling is about? You want me to tell you? In the interest of factual reporting? You're not going to get surprised. That was quite a yell, wasn't it? Huh? Foul ball hit back on the screen. It did not roll off. It stuck there. All right, two strikes to DeMaester. Runners at first and second. Pitcher is swung on as a high pop-up into short left. The shortstop is out under it, and the infield fly rule is invoked. So, DeMaester is automatically out. Green made the catch. He didn't have to. Now we have Ken Hunt, who opened the season here at the stadium of the Yankees, then went down, had a good year at Richmond. This fellow's got about the strongest throwing arm of any outfielder you can find any place. He has got a rifle. I feel straight away on Ken. Sale delivers a curveball inside, ball one. One ball, no strike. Two men out. Last of the sixth. Runners at first and second. There's a ground foul outside third. Back at Crissetti. Frank coming to the climax of his 29th year with the Yankees. I think this will be his 19th World Series. Player and coach. One ball, one strike. The attendance figures for you in a moment. A very good crowd out here today to bring down the curtain. We have 16,213 paid. Curve high and tied. Ball two. 16213 paid, and the season's paid is 1,627,349. You know what the booing is about, friends? There's a swing and a miss. Strike two at a curveball. Folks are howling about the foul ball that's stayed up on the screen being dislodged on the stadium attendants. Two balls, two strikes. Sale pitches, and there's a high foul ball deep back of third and into the stands. We had some very big games rained out this year. And despite it, I think it's a tremendously successful season. A credit to the great ball played here at the stadium and to the fans in New York. 1,627,349 paid. All right, 2-2. That's the count still. Fastball low inside. Ball three. 3-2. Automatic run and hit. at first and second. 2 out. Right-handed delivers, and Hunt swinging. It's a high foul ball. Tagliarone, the catcher, is back almost to the stands. He's under it, and he's got it for the third out. So that's all for the bid. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and totals at the end of 6. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Yankees. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox. At the end of 4 innings, Cleveland and Chicago, no score. Perry against Wynn. Detroit failed to score its first at bat at Kansas City. Regan against Herbert. The Orioles had Jackie Brandt break up a 1-1 ball game with an 8th-inning home run. Pappas pitched it all the way to win it for the Orioles. Ramos all the way to lose it for Washington. And for Baltimore, they win on their own and clinch second place. The White Sox finished third, and the Indians finished fourth. And here is Ryan Duran coming on for his final work and his final tune-up. McDougal, who came in as a pinch hitter, goes to second base. Those are the only changes for New York. Football scores at the half. The Giants 14 and the Cardinals 7. Games at St. Louis where Mel Allen is today broadcasting it. At the half, Cleveland 21, Pittsburgh nothing. At the half, Baltimore 28, the Bears nothing. And Buffalo, Los Angeles, American Football League end of the quarter is no score. In the National League, at the end of 8 innings, we have Philadelphia 6, Cincinnati nothing. At the end of 5 innings, Pittsburgh 6 and Milwaukee 4. They're leaving, Dresden is leaving Burnett in there because Lewis trying to win number 20. Mizell pitched the first 5 innings, and Haddock replaced him. This is, of course, the final tune for these 2 left-handers for Pittsburgh. Duran goes in Richardson's spot, hitting 8th. First man he will face will be the young second baseman, Jim Caltry. Inning 7. Duran delivers a fastball low outside, ball 1. Terry went 4, gave up 3 runs, only 1 earned. Whitey pitched 2 scoreless innings, although he had to work in both. And now here's Ryan Duran. Big fly baller, ready. He delivers the fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. First batter on the 7th. Duran rocks, delivers low outside, ball 3. Fellow behind with his control, delivers and gets it over. 3-1. Pitch outside, ball 4. Base on ball. Now we have right fielder Clinton stepping on, and here is Vic Wertz moving out on deck to hit for the relief pitcher Casale. A curveball swung on and missed by Clinton, right-hand hitter. Was 1 for 2. He singled and knocked in 2 runs in the second inning. Duran in the set position, deals, change of pace low outside. Blanchard blocks it, but not before the runner can move on down to second. And it is a wild pitch. Nobody out, runner at second base. Tying run at the plate. The Yankees leading 5-3. Pitch. Low outside. Ball 2. 2-1. One thing that Casey doesn't want to see with Duran is a wild streak. All right, 2-1. Fastball low outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Clinton looking down to Billy Herman, who will relay how manager Higgins wants this played. 3-1. Ryan delivers over. Count is full. Sutton had the take on him. The paid attendance, 16,213 out here to see the ball game, wish the Yankees well. And the season's paid at the stadium, 1,627,349. Would you like to know how many people on the road paid to see the Yankees play this year? Let's see, there's a high foul back. The road attendance for the Yankees, 1,859,309. So the folks around the country just paid to come in and see the Top Ball Club. Right, 3-2. Somebody out. The Yankee bullpen is firing. Duran trying to settle down with his control, delivers inside, and it is ball 4. So Ryan has walked the first 2. Pinch hitter, Rick Wirtz. Rick Wirtz, who leads the Red Sox in RBIs. He's had a fine year. Dangerous left-hand batter. Takes a fastball low outside, ball 1. Wirtz is batted in 102, is hitting 280. And, of course, the Yankees want to finish out the season and carry this winning streak right on with them to Pittsburgh. And I would say this is the danger point right here with this fella up. Duran trying to get that ball over. Walk 2, nobody out. 5-3 New York. Ward swings at a curve and doesn't get it. Well, this is the last day of the season for the Yankees. And just noticed that our engineer, Pappy Durkin, was talking on the phone back to the studios at MGM. And I'm just as curious as an old cat in a new house, and I want to know what he was talking about. There's a rule when he talks like in there, he's talking about something. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and there's a ball down the left field corner, slice foul. And Papa just gave me a note that he was talking to Eddie Greco, who in 6 minutes is retiring at WMGM after 32 years of service. Boy, that's a long time to be on a job. Our congratulations and our best wishes go to Eddie. And when you spend 32 years in this radio business, you have just about seen all of them start, come, and go. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch swung on. There's another foul along the left field line. Works swinging late. One ball, 2 strikes. And nobody out. Runners at first and second. This is a significant work assignment for Duran. Big fella comes set. Steps off the mound, shortstop DeMaestri, cut in to second base, but no play. All right, DeMaestri out at his fielding post, trying to hold the runner. Cut down his lead. The pitch is outside, ball 2. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of weeks ago, in fact, during the Baltimore series, A warm-up ball in the bullpen. Ryan lost it in the light in that Friday night game with Baltimore. In fact, it was the time this winning streak started. And cut Duran's eyebrow above his left eye. So he had to be out a while, and of course was getting back on the beam. And of course this could be a very important man in that short series at Pittsburgh. The short series pitching is very, very vital. 2-2 pitch, curve swung on and hit in right field for base knock. In comes Cottrell around third base to make it 5-4. Around 2/3 goes the runner from first, Clinton, and Wirtz is now knocked in 103 for the year. And the tying run with nobody out is at third base. And we're going to have a pinch runner down at first base for Wirtz. So Wirtz is finished for the season. Rapolsky goes down to first. Our congratulations to Wirtz for having a fine year. You have to remember, friends, this is a fellow when he was back at Cleveland was stricken with polio. And he beat it. Now manager Stengel is on his way out to the mound. So it's a 5-4 ball game. Duran walk two. Wirtz pinch hit a single, and this is all for Ryan. And Stengel is going to bring in a left-hander. And it is Luis Arroyo, one of the August-September heroes. So Duran gets nobody out but himself. And Arroyo is coming in. And what a success Sega is his. He couldn't make it with 3 different ball clubs over in the National League. He was back in the minor leagues, and he was ready to quit. George Weiss got excellent reports from his scouts. Brought him in. Arroyo has been in, this will be his 29th ball game. Won 5, lost 1. And boy, he was just saving them for everybody right and left. Let me see, I'm looking down on the card, which our statistician Pete Callison keeps. Pete has done a very excellent job. And on behalf of the broadcasters, Mel Allen, who's in St. Louis today, I speak for him, I know, and for Phil, myself, our appreciation for this fine statistical assist. I'll look it down the card. Let me see now. He saved Terry. Saved Ditmar. Saved Stafford. Saved Coates. Saved the pennant clincher for Terry up at Boston. Well, has picked up 5 wins for himself. And Duran goes into the dugout and into the clubhouse. And, of course, this poses now a sizable question. Because the one thing the Yankees did not want to see in Duran was wildness. So, Arroyo has come on. Rapolsky is the pinch runner at first base. In the 7th inning. Arroyo's ready, and Green is stepping in. So we have runners at first and third. We have nobody out. The Red Sox got the tying run at third, the lead run at first. The Yankees ahead 5-4. And their fine winning string now is in jeopardy. Here's little Arroyo. Green, a hitting right-handed, is a switch hitter. Looks at a low outside screwball, ball 1. Luis Arroyo. Little stocky southpaw set. Delivers. Breaking ball low, and it is ball 2. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Rapolsky stepping off first. Long holding the bag against him. Cowtree at third. There's a ground ball hit up toward third and it rolls foul. And Garen Johnson comes in and grabs it. 2-1. 2 balls, one strike. Blanchard now catching. Took over after Burrow caught the first 5. Arroyo deals, and it is a curve low inside ball 3. 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Pitch. Ball 4. Breaking ball low inside. This pushes Rapolsky to second, puts Green on. So we've had 2 walks, a single, and a base on balls. We have 1 run in. The Yankees are leading by 1, 5-4. The Red Sox have the bases loaded, nobody out. And the hitter is Willie Tasby, who is 0 for 3. Went into the ball game at 269. The Yankees have the infield up. Now they're moving the shortstop to the second baseman to double play that. Arroyo pitches, and it is too low. Ball 1. Louis throws low breaking stuff. The percentage is always that they'll hit it on the ground against him. Pitch is in there for the strike. 1-1. Curveball. 5-4 New York. The Red Sox trying to turn it around. Arroyo deals, and there's the screwball swung on and missed. Strike 2. Boy, he can make that thing sink. That is the primary purpose of that pitch. It's a big sinker. Throws it at slow speed, and it just seems to drop off, just like the ball rolled off the edge of a table. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit through into left field. Base hit. There's a tying run in. And here comes one more to put the Red Sox ahead. The throw comes into third, not in time. Green goes into third, and on the throw to third, Tasby takes second base. So it is a 2-run single for Tasby into left, gives him 2 RBIs. Green goes around the third base, and on the throw-in, Tasby continues to second. Clinton scores, and Rapolsky scores. These 2 runs are charged to Duran. Hit across to Arroyo. And it is now Boston 6-5. And here's Frank Malzone, right-hand batter, taking a low curve. The infield is up. First base is open. Still nobody out. Pitch is a strike, and it is 1-1. So the Red Sox are forward ahead. This is the 3rd time they've led by a run today. They now pushed out 6-5. They're after more. Pitch is swung on the screwball. It's hit to short. The runners are held. The next he throws over to first, and Malzone is out. So we have 1 down. Now we have the tall young catcher, Jim Pagliarone. Red Sox think they've got a good one in this fella. Infield remains in. Ball up against the inner grass. Curve low inside, ball 1. Green off third base, has the off second. There's a line drive that the third baseman knocks down. The runners are held. There's a throw over to first, and it's in time to get Pagliarone. Darren Johnson knocked the line drive down. He's very tall, and that's one advantage when you have a tall man who can play third base. He can reach up and knock him down. The runners are held. So Pagliarone's smash is turned into the second out. Johnson too long. We have 2 down. The infield can now play back with 2 out. Red Sox leading 6-5, and the hitter is the 8th man to come up from the inning, Don Geely, young first baseman. Curve low inside, ball 1. The Red Sox have rallied for 3 here in the 7th. Arroyo set. There's the screwball, swung on, fouled off. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Cash's base hit tied the game and put the Sox 1 up. Breaking ball on the outside, ball 2. 2-1. Pitch is swung on at a high fly ball into short left field. Kubek is under it. Makes the catch. Sun was right in his eyes. But that's why Casey was out there to give him a final testing with the sun here in October. So, 3 runs for Boston on 2 hits. Oh, no errors. And at the end of 6 1/2, it is Boston 6 and New York 5.
You are in tune with Quality Modern Radio, 1460 on your dial. This is WOKO, Albany, New York.
His winning streak now in jeopardy on this, the final game of the year. Hoping to build it up to the number of 15. And right now faced with the possibility of Boston cutting them short at 14. With the big 3 runs scored in the top half of the inning. Yankees coming to bat here in the last half of the 7th. New pitcher for Boston. Just being announced now. Arnold Early, who's a left-hander. This will be the second time that he has pitched for the Red Sox, so Stinky Higgins taking a good look at the youngster. He's fast, he's big. 6-5 then the score in favor of the Boston Red Sox. And here to give you the rest of the details on Mr. Early and the New York Yankees. They come to the plate is Red Barber.
These 3 runs here in the 7th inning belong to Casale. For the Yankees, it will be Long, then Blanchard, then Johnson. Red Sox leading 6-5. Bulletin now on the scoreboard. Look Magazine All-America Award to Berra, Mantle, Maris, Skowron. Congratulations to the 4. Arnold Early ready to go. Here's Dale Long up for his first at-bat today. Last to the 7th. Left-hander pitches, low, outside, ball 1. So the Yankees will want to make it 15 and finale. Fine and third run back again. They've been run back 3 times today. There's a swinging foul. And down by the hitter's feet. 1-1. Dale still has a tender right toe where he hit a foul ball down on it 10 days ago. Strike on the inside. 1-2. Swings and misses. There's a sharp curveball. He's struck him out. 1 away, last of the 7th. Takes low inside. Ball 1. Strike. 2 out. Left-hander delivers, and there's a ground ball that is hit foul just outside first base. Charlie Berra making the call. Charlie is the senior umpire of the league now. 1-2 pitch, swung on. There's a hot one down to third base, right on 2-mile zone. And Darren Johnson is at first base, and they're sending him to hold him. He rammed that one right through Malzone, so hot that it has scored a base hit. So he hit one to right. Hits one to third, pulling it. And here is Elston Howard. And this tells you about the condition of his hand. If his hand was not sound, he wouldn't be pinch hitting today. He told us before the game that his hand was all right, didn't hurt him to hold the bat. So Howard is hitting for Duran, for Arroyo. So Elston Howard is up. Hitting 245, right-hand batter. Swings at a sharp curve, doesn't get it. 0-1. Hitting last of the seventh inning. Howard hits a high fly ball out into right center. There's center fielder Tazzy saying he'll take it. And he's as good as his word. No run. One hit, one left. Total at the end of 7. 6-7-0 for Boston.
Looks like Duke Ma's coming in. He'll be the pitching change for New York. Checking the other scores, as we told you before, Baltimore beat Washington 2-1. No score at the end of 6, Cleveland and Chicago. Detroit and Kansas City, no score at the end of 4. In the National League, Cincinnati trails Philadelphia by a score of 6-1. Matter of fact, that's the final score now, just posting it. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh have played to the end of 6. The score, Pittsburgh 7 and Milwaukee 5. Chicago's at Los Angeles, St. Louis at San Francisco. Those games, so far no report on those. So Duke Ma is making a long trip in from the Yankee bullpen. They'll be opening up things here in the 8th inning. The 7th inning was a big 3-run inning for the Boston Red Sox. Managed to pull ahead of the Yankees and now lead them by a score of 6-5. Here for the action again. And some football scores, Red Barber.
14, the Cardinals 7 at the end of 3 quarters. Cleveland 21, Pittsburgh 7. At the end of 3 quarters, Baltimore 35, Chicago nothing. At the half, it is Detroit 9 and Green Bay 7. American Football League at the end of 3 periods, it is Los Angeles 14 and Buffalo 10. Well, Duke Moss takes over. 5th pitcher this afternoon. And friends, for real smoking enjoyment, this is his 35th ball game. Had a sore arm in spring training camp. Threw him off stride for the season. Only one he's ever had. Blanchard remains back at the plate, Long at first base, McDougal at second, DeMaestri at short, Johnson at third, Kubek in left field. Center fielder is Hunt, and the right fielder is Serve. Hardy will be the first hitter in the 8th. And then Cowtree, followed by Clinton. Red Sox leading 6-5, and Moss is now ready to go. Hardy steps in. He is 1 for 3 today. Shades him around into left. Moss takes the sign from Blanchard. Right-hander works over for the strike. 0-1. The Yankees are after it. Well, they finished with 15 in a row. Pitch. Curveball is bunted and right back to Morris, who grabs it for the out. Bunt. Will pop to the pitcher, 1 down. You know, it's quite an argument. And you got a divided camp. There's some people say, gee whiz, I don't know whether it's so good for the Yankees or not to finish with a winning streak. Then they got a winning streak going into the series. That sort of engenders a pressure, you know. Then another fellow said, oh, gee, it would be great to go and take the momentum of a winning surge on in. I argue that one all day and all night. Not going to be any argument about it. The Yankees are going to win it if they can. Country, left-hand hitter, 0 for 2. 6 pitch wide, ball 1. Red Sox going to win it if they can. That's why this is a great game. Fastball is over. 1-1. Of course, I never saw Casey Stengel get in any ball game, but he wasn't going to win it if he could. One ball, one strike. 1 out, top of the 8th. Moss delivers, and the pitch is good. Strike 2. Fastball on the outside. One and 2. Duke pitches rather deliberately. Now he swings into action. Deal. The curve swung on, fouled off. Still 1 and 2. Delivers. There's a ground ball to the right side. McDougal up with it. Plenty of time to fire it along. And we have 2 up. 2 up, 2 down, top of the 8th. Lou Clinton, 1 for 2. Right-hand hitter. Moss delivers, curve, low outside. He just checked his swing, ball 1. Nothing in 1. 2 down, nobody on. Red Sox 6, Yankees 5. In the last of the 8th inning for the Yankees, it'll be McDougal first up, then Kubek, then serve. Pitch is over. 1 and 1. Ball on the strike. Moss is standing, looking down at Blanchard. Now he pumps and pitches. Curve too low. Ball 2. 2 and 1. Top of the 8th. Duke deals. Fastball swung on. It's bounced to deep short. DeMaestri up with it. A long throw. Not in time. Not in time. So he beats it out for a base hit. Single to deep short. This gives Clinton 2 hits today. He's batted in 2 runs. First hit off Moss. And it is the 8th hit for the Red Sox. And now the third pitcher for Higgins, Arnold Early, is coming up. Boston leading 6-5. Left-handed pitcher, and the way he walks up there, he's going to hit left-handed. Left-handed all the way. Up to the straightaway and shortened up. Moss pitches wide to the fast one, ball 1. Moulton on the scoreboard. Good luck, Yankees, 1960 American League champions. This is the silver pennant for the Yankees. They're 25th. Curve swung on a net. 1 and 1. No other ball club in the major leagues can make that claim. One ball, one strike. 2 down, man at first. Pitch. High outside, ball 2. 2-1. The fifth pitcher, Carey, Ford, Duran, Arroyo, Moss. Field low inside, ball 3. 3-1. I would say that Casey would have been reasonably satisfied with Terry's work. Gave up 1 earned run in 4 innings. His ball was alive and moving. The 3-1 pitch, ball 4, and Morris walks the Red Sox pitcher. Sutton pushes down to second base. Ford wasn't scored on in 2 innings, but he wasn't completely sharp. He had to do some huffing and puffing. Duran was wild. It took Arroyo a while before he could finally get the side out. He wasn't as sharp as usual. And now with 2 down, a single and a walk against Moss here in the 8th inning. And here is Pumpsy Green, who's had 2 walks on a triple. They got him out once. Switch hitter batting left-handed, choking well up on the wood. Outfield toward right. 2 down. Pitch is high outside. Blanchard knocks it down. I see there's a run ahead at the third base. And he gets in there. Blanchard knocks the ball down and recovered. Clinton allegedly goes over to third. They don't make the tag on him. And a fast ball is charged to Blanchard. The ball wasn't far enough for the runner from first, who was also the pitcher, to start out. With a high outside fastball, John had to sort of bat down. All right, 1-0, runners at first and third, and 2 down. Red Sox leading 6-5, trying to break the Yankees string if they don't do anything else at the end of the year. Pitch is over for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. This was a rough year for the Red Sox. They drew well. Finished 7th for a while. They were in 8th place. Higgins got them out of there. Brought him back. He's just been given a 3-year contract, not only as manager, but also as general manager. Slow curve outside. Ball 2. Williams has retired. Jensen has announced he is coming back after being out this year. Pitch is a slow curve low outside, ball 3. And in the changes up at Boston, Stanley Harris and Johnny Murphy were swept out. Pitches 3-1, and Green swinging, and it's a line drive in the center field for a base hit. Here's Sutton coming on to score. The runner from first early. The pitcher stops at second, so Green gets his second hit of the day, and it is now 7-5 in favor of Boston. Line single to center. Run batted in for Pumpsy. Sutton scores, and this is an earned run. 2 out, he would have scored had he remained at second base, where he figured. The hitter now is Willie Tasby. Singled in the 7th and knocked in the runs that put the Red Sox ahead. Takes a high inside curve, ball 1. So Moss is having trouble getting the third out here in the 8th inning. Boston 7, New York 5. Curveball is good for a strike. 1-1. At the end of 7 innings, Cleveland 2, Chicago nothing. The Indians have got 4th place. They clinched it for themselves yesterday, coming from behind and winning at Chicago. Chicago's anchored in 3rd. Baltimore winning at Washington clinched 2nd. The curve swung on and hit high out into left field. Kubek looking into the sun, makes the catch. So that's the third out, and it is 1 run. 2 hits, and the score at the end of 7.5. The Red Sox 7 and the Yankees 5.
7-5 in favor of the Boston Red Sox here going into the last half of the 8th inning. Checking down the other scores now. Detroit and Kansas City at the end of 5. The score KC 1, Detroit nothing. Baltimore won their game over Washington. The final score 2-1. And Cleveland leads Chicago 2-0 at the end of 7. In the National League, Philadelphia tops Cincinnati 6-1. Pittsburgh beat Milwaukee 9-5. No report yet. Chicago at Los Angeles and St. Louis at San Francisco. The Yankees coming to bat here in the last half of the 8th inning. And Red Barber.
Early out on the mound for the Red Sox. And McDougal. And then Kubek. And then Serve. Pete, sit down, will you? And let's see if this microphone over here is turned on. Now, you've been keeping statistics. How long here at the stadium?
My second year, Red.
Your second year. I understand that you did some play-by-play for Rizzuto early in the afternoon.
I attempted a play-by-play.
You did what?
I attempted a play-by-play.
Well, why don't you attempt the last half of this 8th inning?
Well, thank you, Red. Gil McDougal leads off for the Yankees in the top half of the 8th inning. First pitch is ball 1. McDougal will be leading off, followed by Kubek and Serve. Arnold early on the mound for the Red Sox. Into the windup. The delivery is low, ball 2. 2-0. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Boston leads 7-5. On McDougal. Early gets the signal into his windup. Around comes the left arm. The pitch is in there. Strike 1, a curveball. McDougal walked in a pinch hitting role in the 6th inning. Left on base. The Yankees left 2 men on the 6th. McDougal swings and hits a long fly ball out toward right field, and it's up there, in against the auxiliary scoreboard. McDougal's around first, rounding second base. The throw goes in, and McDougal will come in standing up with a triple. McDougal hit a high curve ball between the right and center field up against the auxiliary scoreboard. McDougal was batting .255, and that'll put Gil up a couple of notches. Willie Tasby got to within 2 steps of it, but it fell in between he and Clinton for a triple. For McDougal, that's his 4th triple of the year. Tony Kubek steps to the plate for the Yankees. Tony has walked, singled to left, grounded to short, and struck out. Kubek batting .273. Scored a run in the 1st inning. Here comes the delivery from early. In there, a curveball, strike 1. Bob Serve is on deck for the Yankees. Into the windup, the pitch for Kubek grounds the ball around to second base. Cawtrey over to first, 1 out. McDougal scores. The score is 7-6 Boston. Credit Kubek with an RBI on that. McDougal with a run scored. For Tony, that's his 62nd RBI of the year, which is a high for him in the major leagues, by the way. Batter now is Bob Serve. Serve has walked, fly to right field twice, and single to left. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Serve tried to check his swing, but could not hold back, and umpire Stewart ruled it a strike. 0-1 on Serve. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The score is Boston 7, New York 6. Early into his windup, delivers over the outside corner, strike 2, a fastball. Serve in a hole now, 0-2 to Early. Early into his windup, pumps, delivers, swung on and fouled off near the Yankee dugout. Count holds 0-2. Early is 6'1", 195, 27 years old, from Lincoln Park, Michigan. This is only his 2nd major league appearance. Gets the signal now, into the windup. Around comes the arm. The pitch is just outside and low. Count is 1-2. That was a curveball, and Serve took it, and the ball was just missed. Outfield played almost straight away, perhaps a little to right to Serve. which is unusual. Here comes the pitch now. Swung on and grounded out to the shortstop. Green is up with it. Over to Gilly, and we have 2 outs. Batter now is Joe DeMaestri. DeMaestri went into play shortstop in the 5th inning. He popped up to the green and the shortstop in the 6th inning for the only time at bat. Joe is 8 for 35 this season. Here comes the first pitch. It's swung on and foul back almost up here. 1 strike on DeMaestri. DeMaestri has given the Yankees a lot of valuable bench strength this season. Won a couple of games with hits. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on and missed strike 2. Gave him a fastball right over the outside corner. DeMaestri right now is hitting .233. He's only been up 35 times. Early takes the signal now into his punting motion. The delivery is low outside, ball 1. 1 and 2. Two out for the Yankees. Outfield in a little shallow on DeMaestri. Arnold Early gets the signal. Into his motion. Around comes the left arm. The pitch is inside, 2 and 2. Tried to get a fastball over the inside corner and just missed with it. On deck is Ken Hunt for the Yankees. Early in the windup now. The pitch is swung on and missed strike 3. So for New York that inning, we have 1 run on 1 hit, no Boston errors, and no Yankees left on base. Score at the end of 7 complete innings now is Boston 7 and the Yankees 6.
You know, unless you're an expert mechanic, you've probably never tried to clean the carburetor in your car. But actually, with new Atlantic Imperial gasoline, this is something that can be done easily by anyone who has a driver's license. You see, Atlantic Imperial is especially designed to clean your carburetor as you drive. Yes, with the very first tankful, new Atlantic Imperial starts to remove harmful deposits that normally form inside the carburetor. Accumulation of these deposits can cause loss of power, rough idling, and actual gasoline waste. Use new Atlantic Imperial in your car. It's the gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. Well, the last inning of the last game of this 1960 season, barring World Series playoffs, just about to get underway with the Boston Red Sox holding a 7-6 edge at this present time. Boston coming to bat with the New York Yankees winning streak stopped, at least as of this moment, at 14 games. They'll be working around to number 15 perhaps if they're able to do something in the last half of this 9th inning. In the meantime, the Red Sox playing a good game since they were held stymied through all the middle innings up until the 7th, and they broke in against Ryan Duran. Ryan simply couldn't get the ball over the plate. When he did, they walloped it lustily and took a lead. It is now 7-6. The Yankees getting 1 run back. And for the action here in the top half of the 9th inning, we turn it back again to Red Barber and Company.
Listen, the way you're getting out of work, you sound like Rizzuto. The first pitch is hit to center field by Malzone, and it's caught by Ken Hunt for the first out. Malzone hits Duke Moss's first pitch to center for the first out. Batter now is Jim Pagliarone. Pagliarone is 0 for 4. Foul to the catcher, struck out, fly to center, and grounded out to the third baseman. Malzone was 0 for 4. Duke Moss in his second inning now. Pitch is bunted up the first baseline. Moss tags him out, and we have 1 out. Batter now is Don Gili. Gili has reached base on an error, grounded out to short. Single to the second baseman and fly to left. On second, 1 out. Moss checks Malzone, delivers. The pitch is fouled off onto the netting. One strike on Don Gilly. Malzone, who opened the inning with a single to center, is on second base. Moss gets the signal now. Around comes the arm. The pitch is swung and missed. Strike two. Gilly's a big fellow, 6'5". Duke Moss was touched up for a run in the 8th inning, and right now that's the deciding run in the game as Boston leads 7-6. Moss is set now. Gets the signal. Delivers. Swung on and pops back here into the upper deck. Count holds at 0-2. One out, runner on second base. Boston leads 7-6. Yankees 14-game winning streak on the line. Malzone leads off second. Moss delivers inside and high. Almost hit Gilly, and it's 1-2. The outfield plays Gilly just about straight away. Kubek is deep in left. Honto about straight away in center field. Serve straight away in right. Malzone takes his lead off second base. Moss is ready. Pitches. Swung on and pops up. Dale Long and McDougal both calling for it. Long has it now, and he takes just about the mound. And we have 2 outs. Batter now is Carroll Hardy. Hardy is 1 for 4. Single to left and scored a run in the second inning. Lined out to left field, struck out, and was out on a bunt. Pitcher unassisted in the 8th inning. Hardy's a former football player at the University of Colorado. Duke Moss looks around now, checks his defensive alignment. To a stretch position now. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. 0-1 on Hardy. Yankees would like to stay within 1 run so they can get in the bottom half of the 9th inning and try and see whether they can stretch that winning streak to 15. 2-run Boston balls would be, of course, a lot easier on the pitcher. Moss, deliberate style, pitches. Low ball 1, 1-1. Moss does not pitch with what you'd call great rapidity. He takes his time out there on the mound. Studies the batter and will fool around with the rosin bag. Shake off the catcher once or twice. He's ready now, though. Delivers. High ball 2. 2-1 on Hardy. Moss turns his back on home plate now. Adjusts his pad leg. Takes his glove off. Rubs up the ball. Touches his hat. Hitches up his pants. Getting ready now. Carroll Hardy just waiting at home plate. Malzone leads off second base. We've got 2 outs. 7-6 Boston, 9th inning. The pitch is outside, ball 3. 3-1. On deck is Marlon Cautry, second baseman. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Carroll Hardy the batter. Duke Moss the pitcher. Frank Malzone leads off second base. Moss is ready now. The pitch is low and outside, ball 4. He lost them. That's the second walk-off, Moss. He came on in the 8th inning, has a lot of runs, 2 hits, struck out 1. Batter now is Marlon Cautry, who is 0 for 3 with a walk. Scored a run in the 7th inning. Has popped the first, struck out, and grounded out the second. Left-handed batter. Moss into a stretch now. Pitches, swung and missed, strike 1. Cautry is the way fellow pronounces his name. It's spelled Coughtrey, but he pronounces it Coughtry. James Marlin Coughtry. Moss is ready now. Delivers. Swung on and foul to left field. Into the upper deck, and the count is 0-2. Coughtry has been in professional baseball since 1954, breaking in with Corning in the Pony League. Attended Long Beach City College. Called up from Minneapolis about first of this month. All right. 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes. Coughtry, a left-hand batter, waiting for Moss. Moss into a stretch, checks the runners, pitches, swung on and missed, strike 3. Moss records his second strikeout, and for the Red Sox in the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, and 2 Red Sox men left on base. Score at the end of 8 1/2 innings, Boston 7, New York 6.
You ever hear of a gasoline that doubles as a mechanic? Well, in a way, Atlantic Imperial gasoline does just that. Here's how. When you drive, exhaust fumes and other air contaminants escape your air cleaner and collect in the carburetor in the form of deposits. Even a small amount of deposits can cause an improper mixture of air and gasoline. When this happens, stalling, rough idling, and actual gasoline waste results. Now, one way to handle a dirty carburetor is to get under the hood and clean it manually. Why go to all that trouble and expense when Atlantic Imperial does the job for you without even raising the hood? Atlantic Imperial actually cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. With a clean carburetor, you get a proper mixture of gasoline and air. You'll enjoy smooth engine performance, greater gasoline economy. So give it a try. Use Atlantic Imperial gasoline to keep your car on the go. 7-6 the score into the last half of the 9th inning. New York Yankees, and they're do or die right now. Well, the only thing at stake, of course, is their winning streak up until this time. But the Boston Red Sox have been playing this one to win, Yankee winning streak or no. And with just 3 outs remaining, it'll take a little bit of work by New York. Once again, then, for the action, Red Barber.
He's good boy.
And again, our thanks for the fine work you've done for us up here for 2 years. Now we have Ken Hunt, first up, last of the night. 7-6 is Boston. And Early gives him a curve. He swings on it high outside, ball 1. The Yankees trying to pull it out, keep their winning streak alive. Finish out for the last 15. Hunt bunts up toward third. It's going to be trouble. Malzone grabs the throws. Not in time. He's on with a bunt single. And the tying rod is at first base. Hunt dropping a neat bunt up toward third for Malzone, and that's quite a trick. And he's on with a base hit. This is hit number 11 for the Yankees, and the batter is Dale Long. Long faced Early, the left-hander, when he came on to relieve in the 7th and struck out. Blanchard waiting behind him. And then Darren Johnson. All right, 7-6, Boston. There's a curve low outside, ball 1. Nobody out. Last game of the season, and we're now in the last half of the 9th inning. Hunt has opened up with a bunt single, put the tying on at first. Early delivers, and it is a curve high inside, and Blanchard was set to bunt it, and then took it, ball 2. In other words, not Blanchard, Long. Now Dale is looking at Cruzetti to see what Stengel's order would be with the count 2-0. It's an alive crowd, staying right here till the end. 16,213 paid. The pitch. He takes a strike on the inside, just above the knees. Right, 1-1. He's a big left-hand batter. Dale figures to be very useful in the series, not only for his playing ability, but for what he knows about his old ball club, Pittsburgh. Pick low inside, ball 3. 3-1. Higgins has his bullpen going.
for Boston. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. Long looking carefully again at Crizzetti. See what the order would be. Arnold Early, third pitcher for Boston, delivers, and it is swung on as a high drive. He's out into right center field, and it is. Wait a minute, did he catch it or not? Hold it. Hold it. He went into the bullpen with it. And it is a home run. Clinton tries. The Yankees make it 15 straight and finish it as dramatically as they could. And the ex-Pirate, Dale Young, hit a home run into the bullpen. So Clinton made a desperate effort, dove in the bullpen after it. We had to wait till the umpires ruled he didn't make the catch. So the Yankees finish running away 15 straight and pull it out 8-7. Well, friends, I've got to run down for a post-game interview show. My warmest appreciation to Mel Allen, who's down at St. Louis on the football giant game, Bill Rizzuto, our engineer Pat Durkin, Pete Callison, to Joe Ripley, and to all concerned. It's been another wonderful season, and as far as I wish to say in quick closing to all of you, good luck and good health. Now to Joe.
Thank you very much, Red Barber. For the New York Yankees, 8 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. And for the Boston Red Sox, 7 runs, 10 hits, and errorless baseball. Duke Boz picks up the win. It is now a record of 5-1. And Early gave up that home run to Dale Long just a little while ago. You're saying that Dale Long certainly fit in the mold of Johnny Mize and other National League acquisitions that Casey Stengel and the New York Yankees have picked up. Quite a bit of work to do it, and it was a home run by Long that finally did it for the Yankees. The final score 8-7, and they won 15 in a row going into the last game of the year. Well, that winds up another Atlantic baseball broadcast. Tune in for more baseball listening for the World Series, and then along about next spring, I guess, be back along the lines with more Atlantic baseball and the New York Yankees. Until then, this is Jim Gordon saying that's all for now. From D. Valentine and Sons, brewers of the crisp refresher, Valentine Beer, the largest selling beer in the East, and the Atlantic Refining Company, and your Atlantic dealers, who offer you Atlantic Imperial, the gasoline that cleans your carburetor and keeps it clean. This is the Home of Champions Network.